Welcome to Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. Tonight we're going to have episode 167 of the Coin Vault has opened. We're going to be looking at some 1974 mint Cellos. So these are, I believe, Philadelphia and Denver. There could be some San Francisco in here as well. But we'll get things set up here. So these came from the same box that we've been looking through for the last few months, if not last month. Looking at the bag here, they look like they're in pretty good condition here. And so we'll take a look through them and see kind of what the condition is, and then we'll see if we can find anything interesting. Try to do some homework before. It didn't seem like there was a terribly large amount of errors. There's a few RPMs on the Denvers. I saw one for San Francisco, and a couple double dies that look like very minor varieties. And so we'll take a look, see what we can find. It looks like, I wasn't aware, it looks like there is a type 1 and a type 2 for this date, small and a large date. I wasn't aware of that. So that's kind of interesting. And it sounded like the type, goodness, I believe the type 1, they all show extra thickness in the date. And so we'll probably see stuff that looks a lot like a double die, and in a way, from what I understand, I think it is, but it's like everything is doubled, or all the coins are doubled. This one I think has a little bit of toning in the right field here. See if we can get it to come. But yeah, I don't know how many of you guys have been paying attention to the market. I know I said something on the last stream, but it's definitely something real is going on with the market. Lincolns are going absolutely insane. Seems like the coin market is going insane just in general. So kind of cool, kind of exciting. Kind of glad I've been buying thousands of mint Cellos for the past year and a half here, because it's going to put me in a pretty good position. This coin's not going to help me too much here. Someone at the mint had some dirty fingers when they put that coin in there. But yeah, the prices on everything are going crazy. Another fingerprint, my goodness. Pretty much like even mint sets, proof sets. I watched a Blue Ridge Silverhound last night, and he was talking about how proof sets are just being bought up like commodities, and I know that they had been to a degree, but it sounds like now they are just, the prices are going up and things are getting bought and people are buying out everything they can get. I sell mostly certified coins, like 99%. That's kind of what I deal with. I would say Lincolns are the hottest thing. I've just started buying and selling nickels, dimes, quarters, and everything. So I don't have as much inventory, but I would say 9 out of 10 coins I'm selling right now are like Lincoln cents, whether they're a wheat cent, a memorial, a shield. Everything Lincoln is selling. At auction the last couple of days, almost everything is going for above PCGS price. My store is getting absolutely decimated. I'm buying up whatever I can to kind of restock it, but I don't see enough coins on the market to really keep supplying it. So I might have an early retirement here if my store sells out, but I've got 3,000, almost 3,900 PCGS coins, and most of them are Lincoln, so feeling in a pretty good place here. It's just it's a wild time here. Coins are on fire. On the bright side, I've been buying up thousands and thousands of coins, trying to train my eye to be able to start grading. And so pretty soon here, if the market doesn't shift, I'm going to be doing shows with you guys, and we're going to be kind of re-looking through these, picking out the best of the best coins, whatever we think should be sent in to get graded, and we'll start doing bulk submissions here. It just seems it's inevitable, because if everything's getting bought up, it seems like a really good time to get stuff graded, really good time to sell stuff. I'm pretty happy about everything. curious about what your guys' thoughts. If you guys are watching this now, feel free to chime in. If you guys are watching this in the future, let me know what your thoughts about the market right now is. I've been buying and selling Lincolns for what seems like forever now, and I've seen the market get, go up and down. It's like I always say, the market is like, it comes in waves, and this is the biggest wave I've ever seen. Like, absolutely, like, usually only like mass buyouts like what I'm seeing right now. It's usually like me going and buying out a bunch of people's inventory. It's like I always find it fun to try to see if I can buy out someone's eBay store. But it's like now it's like the tides have turned and somebody much larger than me is coming in and just buying everything up for me. So my times change. This one's got a little toning on the reverse. It's also got a big black spot. It kind of cancels it out. And so, yeah, I'm trying to kind of think of what to buy next. One thing I have been buying a lot of is early proofs. Pretty much 1936s are a little bit out of my range, but pretty much 1936 to 1942. I've been picking up some 50 proofs as well. But I almost have 50% of the 30s and 40s graded by PCGS, the proof ones on eBay. I almost have 50% of the market, so I'm trying to buy up just a few more to get a nice even 50%. Feels like it'll put me in a good position. And I'm trying to restock my store. And so, I don't know, the prices definitely are interesting. Kind of looking at what the smartest bet, if I'm going to be doing grading here soon, basically what I should stock up on, because from what it looks like, the raw coins are getting hit too, like BU rolls, mint cellos, mint sets, proof sets. Everything is just getting bought and hoarded. And so if I wait here 6 months, I might not have the opportunity to buy up all this stuff. I mean, only time's gonna tell. This could last a month, it could last 6 months, this could be permanent, this could be the first. It's like if we look at what's going on in other collectible markets, baseball cards, collectible cards, magic cards, all that stuff, the prices on those, like everything got bought up and the prices just went up, up, up. Welcome, Oops, Sorry X, how are you? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Have you been noticing the prices on things? Like, everything is going up. It's crazy. And so I think that this is here to stay. I think that this is like basically some large, I think it's a bunch of people, but I think there are some large companies involved that have a lot of money, and they're basically just buying up everything of decent value. And it seems like nobody wants to be holding on to $1 right now. They'd rather invest it in anything else. So I think most of the market is going to get bought up here, and then they're going to sell it back to us over time. This one's got some toning on it as well. Kind of looks like a pinky silvery purple in the left field. Wish things showed up just a little bit better. Looks like it's got some purple on the reverse as well. Fortunately, it's not the nicest coin. It's not terrible though. I feel like the discoloration from the toning is making it kind of hard to judge. Yeah, the 1972 sold. I put it up so that I could use it as a tool, and unfortunately somebody wanted it enough. I put it up for a higher price. I did get I think a 102 in this week, but I think the 103 sold. And so No, fortunately I have the video and I have the close-up photos that I took of it. I just find it a lot easier to like use one double die to grade. I can look at photos online. This one has a really nice obverse. Not sure what those little streaks are. Hope those aren't wheel marks. Can't tell if that's like a die polish or if it's like marked. They are pretty straight. I think that might be a wheel mark. And a pretty nice obverse, or a pretty nice reverse as well. A little bit of discolor. It's a scratch understates. If that's not a wheel mark, I'd say this one might be a 66. But I think that when you have a wheel mark on the coin, I think you just get it uncirculated. Yeah, the double dies, they seem to sell really good. I've got another, I think I've got another 1995 double die coming in. I think the 1995 Mint State 68 that I got, I didn't really want to sell it, so I put the price pretty high on it. I just figure I probably won't get a higher one ever. And with the way that prices are going, I just decided to put it up high and not try to sell it quick. But that keeps backfiring on me because I keep putting up the coins in my collection and then they sell anyway. And then I gotta look for another one, but it makes it easier to find one to replace it when you've already sold one for higher than what you paid for it. So hopefully that'll be the case if it sells. But basically everything is just selling for crazy amounts of money. Like, I think that, I don't know, I'm used to being able to buy stuff on a pretty good margin most of the time, but I think it's going to be paying full price. This one looks like it has a planchet defect. There's just like a little crater there, like, or there was something on it when the coin got struck. I'm going to go with planchet defect. Yeah, it does look like there are some Mint State 69, 1995 double dies. It seems like they did a pretty good job making coins that year, but I feel like because it's such a nice air, I feel like people went through a lot of coins looking for it, and so there ended up being a lot of coins kind of saved. The people that, you know, were able to go through them and look for the double dies were also able to go and like pull out all the really good ones, which it's kind of nice when, if somebody's going to tear apart 1,000 bank wrapped rolls, it's nice if they're educated and know what they're doing and not just kind of manhandling all the coins. But it sounds like rolls, the prices of rolls are just skyrocketing now. And so it's like basically it's like they're going to be like kind of the new little commodity lottery ticket where the rolls are worth more because they have the chance of you finding something really cool in them. And so people are going to pay for the experience. I think that's about what I put it at. I can't remember. I can't remember if it's like 150 or 180, but I tried to put it up high enough that if it sells, I'll be able to buy another one, hopefully. But pretty much all my Proof 69s got sold out. I was able to find one to buy. So I have one Mint State 69, sorry. Not a double die, but pretty much like all my Mint State 68s sold out, and so I bought every single one that I could find on the market, and then someone's bought like half of those already. I pretty much just keep buying stuff and selling out and buying stuff and selling out, mainly in Lincolns. Like, fortunately I have other inventory still, but we'll be getting a lot of coins graded here in the future. Because unless a ton of coins all of a sudden hit the market. I mean, I'm curious with all these like rolls and sets and stuff getting bought up, if the people have any plans on grading it, or if they're just buying a long-term position and think that the rolls themselves will be worth more than what they could find inside. Like I was like kind of scouting out today, looking to see what rolls I could buy, um, like what BU, like wheat cent rolls and stuff. It looked like the prices had gone way up. And so it's like all of a sudden when I look at the prices of the rolls and then factor in like the PCGS grading costs, it almost seems like it's cheaper even to buy stuff for full price, which is kind of insane. But I've always found it cheaper to buy the coins graded than to get them graded myself, and so that's why I haven't done grading. I figure let someone else do it, and then I'll buy up whatever they don't want. Wow. It's like I always talk about how the coins are cut. Like all these mint cellos are like, it's like they trimmed them to be as light as possible. This one has a nice obverse. Couple little places, little mark, little dark spot on his head. Not too bad of a coin. Looks like there's maybe a little toning on the rim too. What have you been up to, Oops RX? How's your night going? How's your week? I saw another 1955 double die, I think a AU 58 at 1400. I thought of you. And I've been waiting, trying to see if I can find a mint state one to send you, but I can tell you as of yesterday, I think there was another AU 58 one for about $1,400 if you're still in the market. I think it's up on eBay still. But for all I know, it's already sold. I don't know how fast they're moving, but that definitely seems like with the climate of coins right now that that would be something that would sell. But I almost wondered if I should stream tonight because the market's been moving so fast and so crazy. It's like I'm almost afraid to step away. Like I'll come back and it's like, what happened? Somebody bought everything out. Oh no. So I'm thinking this roll here is way more than a normal roll here because we're almost 20 minutes in and we're still just looking at the fronts and backs of the coins, but we will zoom in here. Yeah, after watching the market yesterday, I honestly wondered if when I woke up today, what would be left. And I mean, it would take like a serious bot network with some good AI to just buy out everything. If you've ever tried to buy out like whole categories on eBay, it takes a little while. And wow, this one's pretty rough. Look at all those marks on that bottom field. I mean, like I was buying out categories a couple weeks ago and PayPal kept turning off my card and I wasn't hitting my limit or anything. But apparently they have new security features, and so I'm curious if they're kind of in on making sure people can't just buy up everything at once and transfer a bunch of money. Yeah, these are the most, like every single one is like just sharp edged. Normally these things are like square. I didn't notice too, like I don't know how well it'll show here, but it's like normally I feel like the part around it is kind of like a little square, and these ones have like a point inside. Maybe there was something different about the 1974 mint set. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't owned a lot of mint sets. A few proof ones. Maybe I should take a look and see what the design for those are, because these do seem like they have a different design. Maybe there was, can't think of what extra coin there would be in there. I feel like this one, it's kind of got like a pink color to it. And if you guys haven't, if you guys didn't log into your eBay account, I believe until Friday, March 5th, eBay is doing 5% cash back or 5% eBay bucks. And so if there's something you've been meaning to buy, you can get an extra 5% cash back on something. Like, say that 1955 double die, oops, sorry, X, you could get, if you spent, I think it was like $1,400 or something, you'd get like 50, like maybe 60, 65 bucks back, which then you could buy another coin with it when you got your eBay bucks. Yeah, there were a few of them up. I occasionally see them like just pop up for like 120 to 150. But they usually, when people, if someone puts it at that price, they kind of just like fly away. I can check to see. I did try to put mine up for, so it wouldn't just fly away. Yeah, I put mine up for $279, so it should be safe here for a little bit. That is the plan anyway. When all this craziness going on eBay right now is done, I want to still own mine. If I get a second, I'll put the second one up for a better price. I tried to get another one the other day, but I got outbid. And I think, I'm not sure, I think there might be one on Great Collections this week. And I checked out there because Accredited Coins was saying there were some nice coins there, and there were some nice coins. The 12.5% buyer's fee, you know, it's like you bid around the same amount that you do on eBay, and then all of a sudden the buyer fee is on there, and then you pay tax, and then a $5 shipping. It's like, ouch, that $100 coin just turned into a $130 coin. But they did have a decent selection of stuff that you don't see every day. If it was possible to get deals, and maybe it is possible to get deals there, I just wasn't lucky enough. Yeah, I noticed, like, I used to have like 20 followers, and then all of a sudden it was like over 200. And I was like, wow, my followers are growing faster on eBay than they are here on YouTube. I was like, maybe, how do you do like just eBay? I thought that was kind of interesting. My Instagram, I only post like one thing there a day now, and my Instagram grows faster than my YouTube channel. And I need to, I don't know, part of me was thinking I just need to stop going against the YouTube algorithm. I finally hit 1,500 followers here on YouTube for the first time today. It always gets up to like 1498, 1499, and then it drops down 3, 4. So probably tomorrow I'll be back under. But for a day, I finally hit 1,500. Which is pretty cool. Maybe with all this craziness going on, I don't know. I'm kind of wanting to. I've been looking through mint cellos here for a year, and I enjoy it. But I'm thinking that it's pretty much time to just start kind of looking through these and putting together, just kind of showing people how to put together a bulk submission. Just every episode, okay, we're going to look through these tonight, pull out the best of the best, and then maybe we can guess what the grades are going to be. I was almost thinking about doing that this weekend, but then I went nuts and bought a ton of 1930, 1940 proofs. And I figure with the way that the market's moving right now is once those go up in price, once those get bought out, I'm not going to get another chance on them. Welcome, Mark Coins. We have 1974 and 1974D tonight. And we're almost done going through, just looking at the fronts and backs. A few decent coins, a few just really nice, almost. I want to say there was a couple that were almost MS67, but they just had one too many things wrong with them. I feel like I'll probably be able to pull some 66s out of here, which is honestly not quite worth grading. But with how much is selling on eBay right now, I think it'll be worth getting some 66s. That one there is pretty decent. I think that's just a mark on the cello there. It's just so deep looking, I don't know if it hit the coin too, and that does look like there's a mark up there. How are you doing, Mark? And so yeah, I don't know, I have a bunch of mint cellos up for sale on eBay that I was, doing these videos and then I'd post the coins up for sale. But I think I'm going to take them all down because the way the market's going right now, I'm just going to start sending in 100 batches to PCGS. I feel like it's time, if I get a stimulus check, because I just made under whatever they're saying the qualifications is this last year, if I get a stimulus check, I'm going to send my first batch in with that. This coin has a rough mint. Imagine like opening your beautiful mint set and having that be your coin. I'm getting like that little insert that says like, if you see something on your coin, it's just in the cello. It is not on the coin. Don't send it back. It's not a defect. These are all business strikes. No proofs in here. This one has a nice. Oh no, that's on the cello. Whatever that is, it's on top. I can see a shadow. See if the reverse is as nice. That's on the cello under the T. I think most of those little the darker things are on. I think maybe that one right there is on the coin. I think this one's at least a 66. Only one way to find out. We'll have to send it in. Maybe there is a little chatter. I don't know. I kind of see like these like little tiny things, but I think it's on the cello. You just got out of surgery? Well, welcome back. Yeah, one thing I do need to do is I need to buy more uncirculated rolls just to see kind of what the difference is. Like I have rolls and I have bags, but it's been a long time since I opened them up. I was definitely impressed when I looked at mint cellos and then I looked at business strikes, or I'm sorry, I looked at rolls and big 5,000 count bags of like sealed mint bags. I just found that these, like, the quality was way better for most of the mint cellos. Some of them are rough. I mean, I feel like within the first 5 coins, there were like 2 with giant fingerprints from the mint employees. Like that's just rough when you get a giant fingerprint. You would think that they wore gloves or something. These mint cellos. The person who cut these had a sense of humor. They're like, boy, come and cut these for me. I'll give you a quarter. This one's got some kind of like orange toning that just like goes straight down. Just splits the coin in half. Looks like some toning on the, oh, that's actually a pretty nice ring around half of it. It's like kind of, it shows in the off light, but then I put it on and it kind of disappears. That one would be pretty. It's interesting toning too, how it's like a straight line down the front and then it circles on the back. Well, it's like with the proofs, like, you know, the proofs can get pricey. But with the proofs, it's like, you know, they're made pretty much to be perfect. They don't make nearly as many of them. They're, you know, like the dies are like carefully crafted, and then the business and they only make so many thousand with each die, and then with the business strikes, they're making millions off of them. And so if you get a bunch of early coins, they're gonna look really nice. I really like the fields up here. Like the top of that coin almost has like proof-like fields. It's like a little bit toned too, I think. So a little bit of, yeah, a little toning down here. I'm always afraid too, though, with the toning like this, where it's like, you know, it's an attractive color, but that it's just gonna, if I sent it in to get graded, it's just gonna come back red-brown. You never know until you do. Alright, I'll take these out carefully. We'll see if we can find it. And I feel like this date is tricky because I didn't know that there was a small and large date for it until I was trying to look up facts about it. And I think there's like a type 1 and type, or maybe it is the type 1 and type 2 for the small date and large date. But it looked like one of them, like everything has like extra thickness on it. Let's check this out. I'll turn some lights on. And I feel like I haven't seen as much movement on the proof coins as I have with the business strikes since everything started going crazy here. So I believe this is probably the extra thickness here. I probably should have looked. I'm guessing the ones with extra thickness, that they are the large state. That would only make sense. I feel like there were a couple double dies. They looked really minor. And so I think we're seeing machine doubling at the bottom of this one. So this one's kind of dirty. Yeah, no, I'm having no problem selling the graded. I'm selling more graded coins than I can replace them with in my inventory. eBay is getting absolutely wiped out. Pretty much like all the 69s are gone from eBay. The 66s are gone from, or I'm sorry, the 68s are gone. The 68s and 69s are pretty much all but gone. The 67s have all been bought up to well above their PCGS price. The 66s, same thing. 65s, I even noticed the prices on them have gone up. Yeah, and so for what it looks like, I believe the large state, pretty much all the large states, they all have extra thickness on them. And so it looks like it's not really, it's like it is doubling, or it is extra thickness, but it's it's like as common as a non-double dyed one. It's basically, it's like that's the coin for the year basically, which is kind of sad. I guess they just went with it. And I can see if I still have copper coins open here, because I could probably explain it a little bit better than I just did. Let me check and see if I do. Of course not. Here, I'll open it up again. Let's see, type 1 large states for light to moderate extra thickness can be seen on the date. Liberty, and the motto. All type 1 dies will show this extra thickness to some degree or another. So maybe it is that the type 1, that they are all double dies? I think it's basically just trying to let people know that, hey, if you find something that looks like a double die for this year, yeah, you're gonna, it's like, look at the, and also it's like when we look at the ones that aren't the type 1, you'll notice, I think, how skinny the 7s are. They're just absolutely tiny. And so I almost feel like most of the ones that we have seen have been the type 1 here. And was it calling them small date and large date? Type 2 small date, type 1... I'll have to find something. 74D. Okay, so it's on 74. Let's look at the Philadelphia, see what it or here, let's look at a Denver, because it said that it's on the Denver. Maybe both the Denver and Philadelphia are the same for it. The L, or the, maybe it's just machine damage. Alright, so this is the 74. It looks like it has extra thickness to me. It's like if this was any other date, it would be a good thing. That's the silliness of it. I'm not sure if there's anything else. We're not looking for close AMs tonight. We're not looking for wide AMs. I don't believe, we're not looking for doubled ears. So this also looks wider. And so it looks like it's on the Philadelphia and the Denver. And so I wonder if one variety is more rare than the other, or if they're all pretty equal. It seems like I've gotten a lot of rolls. A lot of the dates in this box. I mean, there were some good. There was a bunch of 1972s. I think I still have a 1970s roll, which they've all been cut out of the mint cellos. I have no idea what they actually look like. But hopefully that roll will be decent. And I feel, my thought is that whoever I bought all these from, I think that they looked through coins, and these were everything that they had kind of looked through and decided wasn't for them. Because I really have not found, for the amount of rolls that we've looked through, other than the 1972, I do think that there are some 1972 double dies in there. Not the number 1. But I think the 002, I think that there were a couple 002s, and I think they were in pretty good shape, gradable. So other than that, I think that we've found a bunch of coins that are gradable, just aren't a rare variety within themselves. And so that'll be just fine, and worst case scenario, I got a really good deal on them. And I can just put up a huge box of mint cellos, and with the climate the way things are on eBay right now, I don't think I'll have any problem reselling them, probably for even more than I paid for them. But I'm going to go through them and try to pick out the best of the best and get those graded. And then whoever buys them, the other ones from me, they can pick out the best of the best and get those ones graded. And thus the circle continues. But definitely here in the future, I think I will buy more rolls for the show here where there are better things to be found. Yeah, I got some crazy quarters. I got the machine damage on, I think it was a 1982p. It's up on eBay right now, but the in God on it, like the I and the N were like, it was like one solid block. It was so thick that like the I and the N connected and was just like a big square. And then God was the same thing. Like that, it was just, I was like, that's gotta be doubled. That's extra thick. That's not machine damage. But I found quite a few other one. Hello. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought the coin was cut off there. I thought we had a clipped planchet. And I was like, oh, that's cool. It just disappeared under the blue line of the mint Cello. That's too bad. I hadn't found a clipped planchet and a mint Cello before. That would be fun. Yeah, we'll definitely look for RPMs after here. I find it's a little bit easier to look for them zoomed in on the next level. And if I zoom in and out for every Denver mint that we do tonight, it's way easier for me to just pull out all the Denvers again afterwards. It's like we have this is definitely like the weak spot, I feel like, for this date. A lot of dates too. It's like on the wheat penny, it's right here. On the memorial, it's right there. What's Lincoln got there? Yeah, like I need to look at a lot more quarters and half dollars, because like I see stuff on it that would like make me go crazy if I saw them on a penny. Maybe it's just that that because they're a larger coin, it becomes like so much more obvious. It's like so much larger that it just looks like it's like that can't be right. But definitely see a lot of crazy things on the quarters that I zoom in. It makes it's like I shouldn't zoom in on these, but then I buy these different varieties and I'll, it's like, oh, this is what this looks like. Okay, that looks like really strong notching, really strong doubling on it. But I feel like larger coins, the way that the die deteriorates is different than the penny. I feel like with pennies, things kind of get pushed out towards the edge and they get kind of ugly. But with the larger coins, it seems like all the big letterings and stuff, they just get all kind of smushed and larger. I wish that there was some super variety to be finding here. I did not see any when I did research. Like there were a couple double dies, but just none of them really impressed me. Nothing was like stood out and looked cool. Everything I kind of had to like look at it from a few different angles and be like, well, could be. Sometimes it's just the photos people take of things too. I definitely need to be on the lookout for, it's like if you are looking through rolls and you get like a beautiful, end, I don't know, it's probably I feel like when I watch copper coins, when Chuck's going through rolls, like he talks about how they'll usually only be at like X amount of dies in like a bank wrapped roll. It's like after you go through about half the coins, you've seen every die that you're going to see in that roll. Just the way, like the batches will mix, but, usually you'll only get so many different dies. So it's like if you do get a double die in a roll, there's a chance that you'll get a whole roll of double dies. Or there'll be a good chance you'll find another one. With mint Cellos, I have no idea how it works. If like all the mint Cellos get made from, X amount of dies, or if they're pulling stuff off of everything. I feel like most of my experience um, is either looking through raw coins, looking through bank rolls that are not BU, just going to the bank and taking whatever they'll give me, or looking through huge amounts of circulated wheat cents. But it's like I feel like I don't have quite as much experience in just looking through the most beautiful brand new rolls. I mean, it definitely can't hurt when you can like go to the bank or gas station and get a roll of brand new pennies and just go through them. It costs you nothing. You know, if you find a couple just absolutely beautiful coins in there and put them away, you've got some nice examples. And then you just roll up the ones you don't want and bring them back to the bank or buy something with them. Everybody loves that. Coronavirus definitely is not helping though. Nice. Yeah, I didn't even know about the floating roof. I can't remember if it was 69 or 68, but it was like almost I'd say like half the coins in the roll of cellos that I had, like half of them had a floating roof or like partial floating roof. And some of them, like the FG, was pretty much gone. I had never heard of them before. That's one of the reasons I like doing these streams too, is like I never know who is going to be in the stream. I don't know who's watching. Their experience could be like just out of curiosity, like what's this guy doing? Or, you know, they could be an experienced person who knows exactly what they're doing. I've definitely learned a lot more about the different varieties. It's just, you know, you can read books on coins, which I do. But when you're just reading one date after another date after another date, like, for me it gets confusing. Like, if I read about 50 different dates and 50 different mints, it's like, wait, was that the 1974 or was that the 1975? But I feel like when I find stuff in person, it sticks a lot better. And I don't know, for this date, it definitely seems like probably just looking for, and I feel like that's how I used to do the shows here, is I would look to see what errors there were, and like let's say it was in Liberty the date, or up here and there weren't any double dies on the reverse, I would just kind of skip it, like skip the reverse, or just look in the areas where the double die that I was looking for is, and it was so much quicker. But then at the same time, it's like, what if I have a valuable coin that no one else has found, and you know, I figure I should be looking at everything. And then it's like, you know, someone's like, oh, you know, look for double dies. And then all of a sudden I started finding lots of double die lids in like the 50s, and probably would have been finding a lot more double dies. There is a lot more coins here, and I feel like this was the smallest bag of mint cellos that I had. Some of these rolls, the dates, they just get insane. I might have to do a weekend roll, which I usually do Saturday, but I might have to like try to do it early or longer or something, because some of these rolls I could split them up, but I think some of them have like 200 coins, which is technically like 4 rolls. I could split them up, but I don't really feel like doing four different streams for one date. I'd rather just like plow through them. Did you find floating roofs in your 1969 roll? need to get some more, like all these kind of come in these nice bags, but I need to get some more. I ran out of bags to put the better coins or to put the different coins that I thought were interesting in. So I need to get some more of those so that I can separate things a little bit better. It's like, why search all these twice? It's always amazing how rough all the rims look on these whenever I get super up close. It's like I never notice that when I'm looking at a coin, like how rough the rim is, but it's like I also am not usually looking at a coin under a microscope all zoomed in. I guess in some cases I do look at coins under a microscope all day. I almost feel like I don't even need to be zoomed in as far here. But I basically have like 3 stages on here. But we could probably look at the coin so much faster. Definitely, I think this is one of the fingerprint ones. It's like Liberty got struck. I've gotta, like sometimes I try to like change up the way I'm looking at these, and I'll like start like this way and go that way. It makes me dizzy. It's like I go in one circular motion and it seems to work way better. I don't know how it is for you guys watching. It's like you guys don't know which way I'm gonna move the coin, and if I'm always moving the coin in the same direction, it probably feels just right, but I don't know what it feels like to you guys when all of a sudden they go the other way randomly. So lots of extra thickness, just like I read about. It's like, imagine how happy I'd be if I didn't know that. Like, wow, all these are double dies. This is insane. I guess one thing I haven't noticed is when I looked at the other coins, a bunch of the 7s were really skinny. And so I was assuming that's the small date. But when I'm looking at these, I'm not seeing a lot of them that look very skinny. Most of them just look really, really thick. Which makes me wonder if there is a small date and a large date, if the small dates are kind of more, if that's something that people are kind of collecting. You know, you definitely don't see small date, large date on a PCGS slab or something like that. It's interesting the way they're, you know, 1970S's, 1960 Philadelphia's. People are all about the small dates, even the proofs, 1960S proof. People want the small date. I sell 10 times as many small dates as I do large dates. It seems like somebody's possibly trying to buy up all of the small date 1960s. Oh, Holy cow, there's so many of these. We're going to be here a little bit, folks. That one almost looked like it could be an RPM. I think like a week and a half ago on eBay there was 126,000 PCGS coin listings, and it's down to like 113,000. Like 13,000 PCGS slabs have just vanished off of eBay, and it's interesting to me. It's like pretty much every day it's going down about 200 to 400. And at this rate, eBay's not going to have a coin section if they all keep going somewhere else. Which, that's one of the main reasons I'm wanting to start getting stuff graded. It does look like PCGS took the banner off saying that they're not shipping stuff and everything's being held in the vault. That is good news. Because that means that we can send stuff in to get graded. Speaking of, I just want to check that. Because I've been coming on and it just drops like 500, 113.5 right now. Huh. Alright, back to it. Maybe I should do a stream where I'm just buying out other people's eBay stores, or like we go and like just decide what to buy out one night. It'd be fun to work with a bunch of people and just, I mean, like it takes a bit of money to like go and buy out everything. It'd be fun to do it with a bunch of other people and kind of like, okay, we all buy this up and put it back up for twice the price. And then we all buy what is it, GameStop stock. That kind of stream seems like it would be a lot of fun. It's like the B there looks extra thick, but it's like you look at the shine, it looks like the coin's probably been smashed. It's just that, yeah, the E there got smashed as well. Just wanted to take a closer look here for a minute. What shall we find? When you think about it, the Mint seems like it actually does a really good job not creating errors. Because like, how many of like the really, really awesome double dies have people found? I mean, I feel like 1955 double die, like there was actually quite a bit of them made. and the 1995 too. But I feel like those are the only two kind of double dies I really think about that there are a ton of them. Like this is like the first reverse that we've seen with machine damage on it. That kind of looks doubly. I don't see any notches though. Like the fronts have been loaded. Just trying to make sure what I'm seeing is what I'm seeing. That's probably where everybody is. There's probably like a stream going, buying out different categories right now somewhere else. I'm always curious because I've been streaming on Wednesday and Saturday nights for so long that I don't know who else or what else goes on between 9 and 11 o'clock. I could be missing out. I could do this stream anytime. I just figured like picking a schedule and sticking to it was the best way to have, you know, people actually know when or where you're going to be. I think I need a coffee break here for a minute. Just a sip or two. Even if it's cold. Wow. This file just does not shrink. I think that for business strikes and proofs, I feel like, I don't know if it's because people don't search the proof ones as much, but as far as finding double dies in different varieties, I feel like the proofs that I've searched through have yielded way more varieties. Like I kind of feel like the rolls are funner to go through. Just like a scratch on his nose. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of proofs up for sale. I've seen some like just kind of smaller lots, and I was actually thinking about buying some. I was thinking about just buying whole, you know, whole mint sets and stuff, whole proof sets. I think I'd probably go with proof sets before I did mint sets. Pretty big mark on his shoulder there. And definitely I feel like my favorite dates like for like proof sets, I mean I feel like if you go 1964 or before, like 57 to 64, like you can get the proof sets for like 30 bucks, maybe 33, 34 with the way that prices are moving. Might even be more now. But it's like at least you would get a bunch of silver, so even if you don't get anything like any good coins, any good looking coins in the sets, at least you didn't totally, you can either resell the set, you know, just put it back in its envelope and put it back up on eBay, or you have, you know, it's like your consolation prize, you have 2/3 of your money in silver. And if the price of silver ever goes way up, you've, you know, maintained your investment. I think that one might be an RPM. We'll take a look at all the Denvers here after we're done here. It doesn't take nearly as long as going through these. But from what it, ooh, this rim is toasted. From what it looks like, I think that like proof sets and stuff, you know, it's like, yeah, they made 1 million proof sets for a year, or 2 million for a year. It sounds like a lot of proof sets, but when you think about people that have billions of dollars and want to invest it, they buy up every single proof set, and then they start charging 5 times as much. It's just it's like people can make stuff rare, and it's like all of a sudden they've taken a product that's been just sitting there for 50 years, and they're able to, like, you know, determine how much of it flows into the market at a time, and they create a scarcity effect. It's going to be a really interesting. And I mean, it's, you know, the Wall Street boys, or the, you know, the Wall Street bets, they've shown that a bunch of people can come together, you know, without being a billionaire, and they can move markets. And it definitely, I feel like there were some big players in baseball cards and stuff, but I feel like it was also a lot of little players, and just kind of everybody worked together, and they did things, a lot of people made some money off that. Like, I feel like the prices on all the really, really good coins are going to get, like, unattainable to anybody, and it's going to cause people to basically go through everything that's out there. And then there's not going to be a lot of sealed product, and if you want the sealed product, you're going to have to pay a lot of money to have the chance to go through it, and you're going to lose your money 999,000 times out of one, or one. Most of the time you're going to lose your money. Almost all the time you're going to lose your money. But I guess if you're buying the older stuff, looking for older stuff, at least like, you, hopefully if you're careful with them, you have some quality coins after that maybe you can recoup. But it's like opening up a 1955 Philadelphia roll looking for a double die. Chances are you're not gonna find that double die, and you're gonna probably pay as much for that roll as you would if you bought a double die. It's like sometimes the chance to find something is worth as much as the thing that you have, that you're trying to find. It's ridiculous. Yeah, the doubling on these dates make this year confusing. So I'm gonna look at another date next time and I'll be like, oh, that one's so skinny. I'll have to do some reading to figure out why there's so much extra thickness on this. I mean, maybe there's more years than just 1970. That one is almost filled. Simerson, the G there, maybe it got struck. It looks longer. I'll look at another one. No. How they look. I feel like we got 2 rolls tonight. I haven't been counting these to see actually how many are in a roll before I do the show. All I know is that every single one that we've done has just gotten bigger and bigger. Welcome, Brooks Mappa. How are you tonight? Welcome to the show. I missed your comment. I may never know. But I hope it was a good one. So we've got some 1974 P&D. We've kind of looked at them from far away. A lot of them looked really nice, just looking at the fronts and backs. And now we're just looking, seeing if there's any obvious errors, which there are not reportedly a lot of. So the chances are really against us here. And then we're going to zoom in on the Denvers and see if we can find any repunchment marks. I feel like there were a couple here so far that I feel like were good candidates, but it requires me kind of zooming in and out. And to not make this a 3-hour show, I'm gonna just zoom in once, go through all the Denvers, and I think it'll save us all some time. And it's not too fun watching me zoom in and out. Things get fuzzy. Is that like grease on the edge of that one? That is a dirty rim. I need some more coffee. For this one, I'm earning a sip of coffee. A big one. Alright, onwards. What's everybody's favorite coin to buy or collect? They kind of go hand in hand with me. I'd say Lincolns are definitely my favorite. I think like proof wheat cents are my favorites. I really enjoy Flying Eagle cents. Just don't get the opportunity to buy them a lot. I'd love to have a proof 1956 Flying Eagle cent, but I'm gonna have to wait for that until I don't have a mortgage. Maybe I could buy one with PayPal credit with 0% interest and then sell it before the interest became due. I could own it just for a few. What is that? Is that just machine damage? Let's check it out. It kind of looks like a double die. More Morgans than anything else. Morgans are awesome. I think I have like 1 or 2 Morgans. I should really have more. No, like nothing else. Here, let's look at another one just to see how thick it is. so that's, there's no great way to do this. It's like swap them out. Over here, over there. I mean, it does kind of look like it gets skinnier. It does look kind of shelved, but it's pretty dramatic. I definitely want to keep that one. And you think that one's double? Yeah, I didn't see anything like that though. I mean, that's why I've been looking through things. So there's the DDO3 here, the DDO4. That one doesn't have photos. Yeah, I didn't see a lot. Let's look at the DDO1. That, of course, they don't have photos. It has we, but it doesn't go over to In God. We have the 74 double die. This is a Denver. It's interesting it doesn't, oh no, it does have In God, but In God doesn't look anything like that. We have DDO number 3. In God doesn't look like that. And number 4 doesn't look like that. I think that's all the ones up here. There's a 5. Seen in motto and the 4 on date. It is possible. I mean, that's why. Let's take one more look at it before I forget about it. I mean, it reminds me of, I don't have it here, but I think of the DDO or the 1972, the 1972 double die, the 002, I think. I feel like it reminds me of this one a little bit. But I don't know, it's like when you look at like, say like the Northwest or like the second line, it's like, doesn't that one look thinner than it should? Like if we look at this other one, it's like it's thicker. That's what, you know, it looks doubled to me, but then when you look at it, it's like it should be thicker. Which, I don't know, let's turn it upside down and see if we can see like a big slant. I mean, it kind of looks like it's just been cleaved out. But then in some ways, some parts of it, it doesn't. I don't know, that one actually kind of confuses me. The Liberty. I'll put that one to the side. I'll see if I can do some more research on it and see if I can find anything else that looks like it. I mean, we definitely did not see anything else that looked anything like it in this whole roll here. So it's definitely not a common, well, I mean, I guess it's still a pretty small batch here, but not super common anyway. It's not like the dates here where every single one Looks kind of like it could be something if it was another date. Looks like the 7s just seem like they have a ton of thickness. I feel like I'm not quite, no? It's like this N almost looks like it's got a little bit of what that one has. I want to look inside that D because it almost looks like there's like 3. Maybe it's just the way the light hits it. Blinding. Let's get out of there. This thing definitely has a bunch of dye marks on it. If I needed dye marks, there were like lines all over that thing. Welcome Logan's Coins. Coin Bros Coin Collecting. Nice. Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a little while. How have you been? How are things going? How's your channel going? Still having fun? Take a look at this one here. It's like, I mean, it's like it looks doubled, but I believe that this is just machine damage. Like, if you look at any of the other the ones, the Y almost touches the T, and if you look at like the part to the west and how skinny the branches are, let's see what the rest of this one looks like, see if there's any similarity between that last one we looked at. I'll put this one to the side, but best machine doubling we've seen tonight. So it's what we all come for. Machine doubled 70s. Yeah, whatever hit this one here on the back, it looks like it went straight on through. I feel like we've just started to like see more machine doubling other than just all the dates looking like they have extra thickness. I'd like to find some explanation of what made the date extra thick on this one. Guess we have more machine damage on this one. Like on the inside curl of that S. I feel like most of the reverses were pretty good on these. should have called this one a mega roll tonight, because this was definitely more than 50 coins. I think we still have about 20 to look through here, and then we can go and see if we can find some RPMs in the Denvers. I'm thinking about maybe getting some sleep tonight sometime. I don't know, it's been a while. Yeah, so both of the ones that had something interesting, both of those were Denver. It seems like maybe Philadelphia did a little bit better job, but really like 50 to 100 coins isn't a very good sample, right? Ooh, can't do it on an angle like that. I think this one had some kind of cool toning on it. I think this one might be the one that has like the rings on the reverse. Alright, gotta go this way. Can't tell if it's just darkness on that one side of that A there. Definitely something going on. It might just be machine damage. I don't feel like I see any notches. So I was just noticing on like the edges of the A and the M. Looks like machine damage. The A here was the first thing that I saw on the inside. I'm gonna zoom out one more time. There we go. I'd love to do the whole show here, all the way zoomed in, but it's too hard. I don't got it in me. I find it hard to navigate around the coin as well, and then it's like, if you do have something, you can just go right by it. Like you can have something like boom right in your face, but because like you're so zoomed in, you just miss it, and that's no fun. Like that one kind of looked like one of the ones that were at Copper Coins. This one's got some pretty strong machine damage on it. It's like I'm used to like seeing more coins like this when searching through. I feel like lately there hasn't even been anything like this. Like everything just looks totally normal. It's all skinny. Well, it definitely looked like there were a couple coins that I would put into a grading pool here. I just need to take the leap of faith and start sending in 100 coins. I feel like it will change the way that I do business. It's like I can still buy stuff on eBay, I can still bid on auctions, but I'll actually be able to get what I need graded instead of just buying whatever is out there. And it's like when you're, you know, sending stuff in and you do have nice coins, there's always a chance you'll get a really, really nice graded coin that could pay for everything unexpectedly. And there's also the chance that you'll send stuff in and like the grader will be having a bad day and you'll get nothing. But with a market like right now, like my 64s are selling faster than ever before. 65s are starting to get, like my 40s and 50s, my 65s are starting to sell out. My 66s, I swear, so I could wake up one morning and they'd all be sold. Like I saw like a bunch of offers when I went to eBay to check something for a second, and I was like, uh-oh. And it's like there's a couple people that just come and they'll buy like 10, 20 coins at a time. There's probably about 16 to 20 people now who are just like grabbing large chunks of my store. It's just ridiculous. I love it. I hope it continues for a very, very long time. So pretty much my goal for this week is to buy, I think if I buy 14 more 1930, 1940s proofs, I'll have half of the proofs that are available for sale on eBay of the Lincoln Wheat sets. And so that is my goal, is to try to get half the market on eBay and then just slowly try to, you know, like every week just buy one or two more of them up. And then I'm hoping that someone's going to dump a bunch of them, because whenever I try to like kind of corner a market like that, all of a sudden one of the big seller suppliers just dumps, and that's what I want to happen. So it's like I know you can't like control a market because like all the other coins come out of the woodwork. It's like people see someone paying money, they're like, they line up, they're like, me now, me now, me now. That's a skinny E. Eight more. Does anybody watching want to see the Denver or wanting to see mint marks? Sometimes it's nice to know that if I'm going through, is that like little pieces of copper? Sometimes I've seen mint cellos where there's just like little fragments of copper just kind of like hanging out. They got massacred. That rim doesn't even look round. I like how the inside of the 4 there is like really brightly toned. I don't think any of the rest of the coin is toned. Oh, there's little spots. I like little highlights like that. Alright, we're in the home stretch, everybody. We found one that looks pretty cool. It definitely looks double to me, but I don't know, I feel like in my head, part of me wants to say yes, it's a double die, and then part of me wants to say it's machine double. We definitely didn't see anything else nearly like it. It's almost like it was both. It's like a double die with machine doubling. I remember this purple one. I think the back got a bunch too. Okay, let's see. I think this is the one that, I think this was the one with the doubling on it. So put that one over there. And let me pull out all these one more time. I'll put the Philadelphias away. So I don't think we're going to be finding any repunchment marks on them. I didn't count them. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 44. One, 42, 43, 45, 48, 49, 50. All right, so we had 51 Philadelphias in there. We're sharp. Hey, classic guy one. If you were asking what I was doing, I was just separating these Philadelphias. So we had a full roll of Philadelphias there, and I'm not sure how many Denvers we have here, but it looks like a full roll. So this was really like a double roll tonight. That means that the other ones are just going to be huge. Get this one on the side. I feel like there were a couple RPMs that just looked like they had a little line there. I can't tell if that one is scratched. It just looked kind of bright. That one looked like it was partially filled. Partially filled. I personally find it so much quicker to look for the RPMs like this. That one almost looks like there's a notch on the bottom, which I know it's kind of on the side right now. Let's look at it this way. I think it's just a little scratch there. Most of the nice RPMs, if you can't see them right away, it's like, yeah, it's an RPM, man. No, you gotta look at it like this. You gotta turn your head upside down. Yeah, no, blink your eyes a bunch of times really fast. Now look at it. See, I told you. Yeah, definitely I feel like it's like if you don't look at a coin and instantly like an RPM doesn't like pop up at you, it's like sometimes like something like that will get like in the view, but it's like pretty much if you don't see something right away, it's probably not an RPM. If you got to keep turning it and looking at it and turning, and it's probably not an RPM. And it's like some of the websites I see cataloging the RPMs, there's just like 100 different of them, and then like maybe like one or two of them look really nice, like how you'd want to find an RPM, and then some of them it's just like come on, that one barely counts. Or does it even count? Where did the focus go? Is this one really tall? Maybe like we looked at a bunch of them and then I look at this one and it's like on a different depth level. Maybe just the mint cellos. wonky. Yeah, now we gotta zoom back in. So I don't know, my prediction here for like the coin market is basically everything's gonna double in price. Anything graded, anything in original rolls or boxes, it seems like this year everything's gonna at least double. It's gonna feel weird buying stuff like that. And yeah, bubbles can burst at any time. Is this a lot of machine damage? Little thing on the, yeah, probably if you look at the 4 and underneath the 7. I don't think we've seen another one with machine damage like that. How many of you guys think that we're just going through just a large wave in the market? How many of you guys think that this is just the beginning? I know I've seen waves in the market, and this just feels different. This feels like a complete buyout. I guess when the stock market and gold tanks, I've seen heavy buys. Just, you know, people wanting to put their money somewhere else safe. But this feels bigger than any time I've seen that before. Like, to me, it feels like everything that's happened in all the other markets is now happening to coins, but it also feels like nobody wants to have a dollar. People want anything other than a dollar. That makes me wonder what's going on. Because when everything is up and the dollar, that just means the dollar's down. When like the stock market's up, gold's up, silver's up, or real estate's up, baseball cards are up. It just seems like people want to own anything else other than a dollar. People would rather own coins. Like, you know, it's even if, you know, if hyperinflation happens, like, you know, coins still are going to have some purpose. Like, you know, like if a government decides to devalue all the paper currency and just like shred it, guess what? They're still going to use the same pennies, dimes, nickels, and everything like that afterwards, because it would cost them so much money to remake all these coins. It's like when like crazy inflation happens, like countries can use the same coins they have. Making money, making dollar bills is much easier. Alright, we're pretty much done here, folks. What's going on with that one? I wish I could zoom in one more level. I can't tell if it's just like a chip off the side. Oh. One of these days I will get a better microscope and we can find out exactly what something like that is. But thanks everybody for being here tonight. Thank you, Mark's Coins, for being here tonight. Thanks, Oops, Sorry X, for being here tonight. There was someone else here earlier too. Hey Jimmy, welcome to the stream. We're just ending it up here. Thank you for stopping by and hitting the like. Appreciate it. I know that there was somebody else here earlier, but thank you everybody. Thank you Logan's Coins, aka Coin Bros, Coin Collecting. Thanks for being here tonight. Thanks Classic Sky, Classic Guy 1, and thanks Prux Maga, Mappa, Prux Maga, Prux Mappa for being here tonight. Yeah. Thanks everybody. I hope to see you guys all in the future. I'll be doing another stream on Saturday. I believe we're going to have some 1975s. I believe they're in about the same condition as these ones, but wish you guys all a great week. Anybody else watching who's not by a keyboard, I wish you guys good night. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stalking. And I'll see you guys all in the future. Until next time.